What's good? It's your boy Fanon. Okay, man, I'm going to speak quietly in this because I have nowhere to make this video except for this big old room that has an echo. So forgive me for sounding like the Wizard of Oz. Eddie Hearn is finally fessed up, man. He's finally fessed up. Deontay Wilder, the pushback for not making Deontay Wilder fight has made Eddie Hearn admit that he will not be selling out. Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin won't sell out. And I will review that. But he says some stuff that's interesting, man. And it's interesting because, hey, man, he's fessing up to what it is. That the average person on the street, he calls them the average person on the street. I call them the people that are paying the bills, are not interested in an Alexander Povetkin Anthony Joshua fight. They're interested in an Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight. And that tells you what Deontay Wilder's worth is in this negotiation that's not even taking place anymore because Deontay Wilder has moved on. And if he is able to beat Tyson Fury in the upcoming fight, will solidify him as the man at the heavyweight division, in my humble opinion. Now, before I do that, and I'm going to go through exactly what Eddie Hearn said when he admitted that the fight is not going to sell out. There you go for people that tell me that I don't know anything about these ticket sales going on for Anthony Joshua and Alexander Povetkin. I know they're not selling out because I keep going to see if I can buy one. And every day I go, there's tickets available. And that's what it is. And Eddie Hearn himself attests that too. He makes says something about it being a coach seats, and the seats that they can't get rid of are the coach seats, whatever that means. If they're seats and they're in that arena and you can't sell them, that means you ain't selling out, the way that I see it. But I will go through that shortly. Now, before I do that, again, I apologize for the echo. I cannot make this video anywhere else this evening other than right where I am, so you just have to put up with it. But thank you to everybody that tunes in. Subscribers, thank you for tuning in as usual. People who are not subscribed, please subscribe to and hit the bell icon. So you can be notified of when we release more videos and also when we do the live stream. Also, thank you to everybody that watches the videos. I put ads in the videos. It's not to gouge you. It is just a way that we can support the cause that the channel is meant to support. And the majority of the revenue that we're able to push to the causes that we support, and also developing YouTubers through super chats and the like, is by the ads, because we just don't get that many super chats and all those type of donations on the channel. So we have to do it that way. But that's no worries. I appreciate you guys watching, and also I do so much appreciate the people that donate in the super chats, Venmo, and Patreon. Now, let me and also please remember that we're going to do a super chat challenge on 78 Sports TV's challenge when he comes back to his live stream on his channel. But let me go and read for you a quote from The Guardian. You can get this on theguardian.com. The article is entitled "Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin will not sell out, admits Eddie Hearn. Public more interested in Joshua fighting Wilder, says promoter." He also talks about the growth of pay-per-views, but I'm not going to go into that subject. So let's go through this. Anthony Joshua's heavyweight fight with Alexander Povetkin next week will not be a sellout, with the promoter Eddie Hearn admitting he has found it more difficult to sell tickets than for the WBA, IBF, and WO champions' previous title defenses at Wembley. Quoting Hearn, that's Eddie Hearn. We have had to work a bit harder this time. Normally, when you go on sale with an Anthony Joshua fight, it just goes ping. But it has been slower than Vladimir Klitschko and Joseph Parker. The only thing that aggravates me is that anyone in boxing I've spoken to says it's a tough fight. Whereas the man on the street goes to me, when's the Wilder fight? I say that he has to get through Povetkin first, and they say he'll knock him out. Who knows? If Povetkin had come over and tried to nut Joshua at a press conference, he would have sold out immediately. Instead, there are people saying, I will come in April for the Wilder fight. No, Eddie, here's the thing. Here's the lesson in this. The lesson in this is that the fight fans decide what fights they want to see. And it is the job of the promoter to provide the fight fans with the fight that they want to see. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's what you're going to, that's what he, look, he's trying to, Eddie Hearn is trying to control everything about Anthony Joshua's career. Who he fights, name him the A side, all that stuff is fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, people want to see the best fights. And you're not going to convince people that knowledgeable boxing fans like they have in the UK. As much of the beef that's gone back and forth between channels on YouTube from the United States and the UK, fight fans that come to UK channels, come to United States based channels talking about Anthony Joshua and vice versa. You know, at the end of the day, man, everybody knows, or should know, at least I know, that the United Kingdom has a very, very, very solid fan base in boxing, and very knowledgeable boxing fans and people who care about the sport, and they know what is going on. The only thing of interest to fight fans, for the most part, should be, in my opinion. And yes, this is an opinion-based channel. So if you don't want to hear my opinion, then go on about your business. I'm going to share with you my opinion. For what it's worth, my opinion is that the only thing that matters, not the only thing, but the most important thing in any weight division is to see who is the champion in that weight division. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are two people who have not proven that they are the champion in the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder is the WBC, is a champion. He is a title holder. He holds the WBC title. Anthony Joshua is a title holder. He holds the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF titles. Neither one of them can say that they are the heavyweight champion of the world. And people want to know who that person is. And they want to see two people fight it out to see who it is. If you go through the heavyweight division from as long as I can remember, and I mean, not as long as I can actually remember, but as far as my historical recollection of the history of boxing goes, people are interested in fights that coronated the champion of the heavyweight division. Whether it was Jack Johnson losing to Jess Willard, Jack Dempsey beating Jess Willard, Jack Dempsey beating Jess Willard. Whether it was whoever, God, man, I hate that I can't remember who beat Jack Johnson. Very, very, very slick heavyweight champion, man. Really, really good guy, underestimated, who then retired undefeated at heavyweight. Or whether it was Muhammad Ali beating Sonny Liston, and it was Ali beating Joe Frazier losing to Joe, all those fights, Mike Tyson. People are interested in championship fights and who is going to be the heavyweight champion. When Anthony Joshua decided to stop, get cute, and then stretch it out with Alexander Povetkin, people witnessed it. People see it. Now, the fact that he's not able to sell out this fight also could have had something to do with the fact that they've changed the rules. So, I mean, regardless, people want to see, excuse me, I took a little bit of a break because my son walked in. Hate that. But regardless, look, people want to see people want to see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight. They're not interested in Alexander Povetkin. And the fact that you have some type of issue with him being able to sell tickets will eventually cause problems in the pay-per-view as well. Because Eddie Hearn himself says, look, when I'm talking to the people who pay the bills, they want to know when are we going to see the Deontay Wilder fight? I'll see you when you fight Deontay Wilder. So Anthony Joshua can say all he wants that Deontay Wilder wrote his name and did a great job of raising his profile. Look, man, Deontay Wilder was a heavyweight champion before Anthony Joshua was a heavyweight champion. And yes, Anthony Joshua made a lot of smart moves in his career. He's a very good fighter. He deserves to be where he is right now, and he deserves everything he gets. But he's not going to be the king in the heavyweight division fighting Alexander Povetkin. Because even though people can say, oh, it's a tough fight, boxing fans aren't interested in that tough fight. Shoot, Daniel Dubois might be a tough fight for him. Quiet as kept, Luis Ortiz was a tough fight for Deontay Wilder. That is not the fight that people are clamoring for. People want to know who's going to win between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. And it is the fault of Eddie Hearn that he did not give the fight fans what they so clearly want to see, because he is obviously more interested in doing things his own way than providing the service that is requested of him by the boxing fans. So, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thoughts. Also, I wouldn't doubt that this might also be a result of the fact that they changed the rules for selling tickets on secondary ticket markets and the ticket scalping scam he can't work that anymore, because I have a hard time believing that it is coincidental that they limit the amount of how much you can resell tickets by, and now you got problems getting rid of all your tickets, right? But he says he expects 80,000 people to be there, right? Which means it's going to be about 10% of I think there's 90,000 seats at Wembley, so 1 out of 10 seats are going to be empty for this fight. It is what it is, man. But look, obviously, they're being affected by Deontay Wilder. They were affected, and maybe they should have went on ahead and gave the dude a good, fair rate. Honestly, it's not even about the money. It was about them not wanting to make the fight, in my opinion. So it is what it is. But in conclusion, for you guys who are Eddie Hearn fans, don't come to my page telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about with them ticket sales. It was obvious that it had not sold out yet. And now Eddie Hearn is confirming that it won't sell out at all. And he blames the dumb fans who demand to see Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder. Shocker. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Peace.